Yes guys, that's me. I got COVID tested today. I'm sorry if that's my first impression I'm giving you, if this is the first time you're watching my video. I'm gonna do a COVID story time today because there was 3 solid times I have been exposed to COVID-19.
Ow!
And 2 of the times I completely didn't get it. And the 3rd time you're gonna have to stay to the end of this video to see what my results are, because I got my results about 2 hours ago and I'm filming in my room, guys, on my bed. So if you want to hear my results, stay to the end of this video. But this is my first story time. Welcome to my channel. Let's just get right into this. About, I want to say the beginning of November, end of October, in that kind of like area, me and my brother share a friend, and we were around this friend a lot, and we have like a small kind of circle of people that we hang out with. So we try not to hang out with people who have been a million different places being dumb. We're like really trying to be smart about this. Of course he was being smart, so, and his family, everyone was being completely safe, completely smart, and still happened to get it. But we decided to hang out with him because we were all like a big, not a big group, like a group of like 6 people were hanging out. His dad actually tested positive from his work, and of course we just immediately assumed that our friend had it because his dad tested positive. So we were hanging out with him, like, I want to say like 6 hours, completely exposed to our friend, and no masks, no social distancing, because of course he was being safe. So we just kept hanging out. We didn't get the news until after we had finished hanging out. I get a call because I was at my friend's house when we found out, my other friends from gymnastics, and I was like, what's going on? And my mom's like, I need to pick you up. I was like, what's going on? What happened? And she was like, your friend's dad actually tested positive for COVID, and I was exposed to me and Peyton's friend, and it was just crazy. Like, I was like, oh my god, like, I'm with my 7 teammates, like, this is crazy, this cannot be happening. And we called our other friend on FaceTime with all my teammates, and we were like, what's going on? Like, our friend's dad has COVID, like, you were around him, we were all around him, now we're exposing other people, because of course I assumed I probably had it, because if our friend's dad had it, then I was around our friend, and I was like, oh my god, like, I'm so sorry, I put everyone at risk. But ended up being his dad was the only one in the whole house that tested positive, and our friend didn't have any symptoms, quarantined for 2 weeks, never had any symptoms, so he was negative apparently. Me and my family never got sick, never got COVID, never anything to like cross our minds to question that we had it. None of my friends got sick either. We like this close to getting COVID, and we didn't get it that first time. And then on Thanksgiving, like a couple days before was the like exposure, I guess, and a couple days after was when we found out my cousin had actually tested positive for COVID. My family is very, very smart. We're very safe about everything, and just really like take it to extreme measures. Like, we are really, really, really careful. Basically, we were contradicting whether we should go to my aunt's house or not for Thanksgiving. We were like, we'll be safe, like, this is our family. My dad and my aunt and my pap all work together, so if anything happened, like, they were already with each other, and they all come back to their own houses and are around us and my cousins, and like, it's too late now. If one of us has it, we all have it. We went to my aunt's house for Thanksgiving. Everyone was completely fine. We didn't do any hugs or any kisses, but we still sat next to each other at the dinner table and stuff. Everyone was completely fine, and we were feeling good about it. We were like, we're safe, everyone's good, everyone's healthy. So we go home, and a couple days later, my cousin's not feeling really good. He has a low-grade fever for like a day, but still, he's sick, and he's just having some small symptoms, and then he like all of a sudden loses his taste. So naturally, my aunt calls the doctor and tells the doctor my cousin's symptoms. She's like, you need to bring him in, you need to get him tested, like, this is all symptoms of COVID. So he goes and gets tested, turns out he's positive. So we were all exposed to my cousin for 7+ hours, maybe even 9 hours and 30 minutes we were exposed to my cousin. No masks, not socially distant. We were in the house. We were hitting each other, punching each other, I was sitting right next to him, like, and he was already contagious when we were at Thanksgiving. Like, he was in the contagious stage then and just happened to lose his taste a couple days later and get a fever. We like tracked it and did all the math and whatever, but he was definitely contagious. He got tested. He happened to be the only one in the whole family that got COVID. Everyone else got tested and it came back negative, and he was the only one that was positive, which that was like a miracle that only one of us got it. But I was this close. Again, I was this close to getting COVID. I got through it twice. Like, the next time I'm gonna get it. Like, this is crazy. Like, I've been this close each time to getting it. My family was like so thankful that we didn't get it, and like everyone's safe. My grandparents are healthy. But actually, this Wednesday, I had practice like usual, 4:30 to 8:30. One of my coaches was not feeling well at practice, coughed a couple times, a little bit stuffy, like wasn't feeling her best. She got tested after practice on Wednesday, and of course she was positive, of course. So I was exposed for 3 days, maybe more, but I was definitely exposed for 3 days, 4-hour practices. Me and my teammate, Katie, we were both very smart, very safe. We really were only hanging out with each other at practice. We were around my coach. We both stayed in our room and quarantined for, today is Sunday. We've been in our room for like 4 or 5 days. And Katie got tested yesterday on Saturday. She came back negative, thank God. And I was like, oh my God, like if you came back negative, like I'm gonna be negative because I was only around her. I got tested today and I was positive somehow. No, I'm just kidding. I was actually negative, guys. Just kidding. I gotcha, though. Somehow, though, I did test positive for influenza B, which is like the flu, I guess. It's not the influenza A, is the worst like strain of the flu, which is strange because I had absolutely no symptoms. I don't go to school. I do online, and the last time I was at the gym was Wednesday. So theoretically, I would have picked influenza B up from the gym, and I had absolutely no symptoms. And I guess the first 5 days that you're like technically in the contagious stage, I'm supposed to show symptoms, but I've had 0 symptoms, completely normal, feel 110% healthy. So I don't know how I have influenza B, but I am COVID negative, thank God, because Christmas is like less than 2 weeks away. I want to be able to see my grandparents and my family and not get other people sick, and I'm just so thankful for that. I'm not kidding you. I've almost had COVID 3 times now. 3 times. It wasn't even like my cousin got it and I wasn't even with him, and it went through like 3 different people. Like it went, my aunt could have had it, my aunt was with my dad, and then it could have went to me. Like it wasn't even like that. I was completely exposed to all 3 of these people. Completely 100% no mask, completely exposed. If you've had like a similar like experience or like anything like what I was like diagnosed with, please comment down below. I'm so interested in how this works. I'm not a lucky person. I don't know how I avoided this 3 times now, but like that just shows you I'm being safe, my family's being safe, everyone around me is being as safe as we possibly can, and I'm still getting exposed to it. So I just want to say one more thing, that this isn't a joke. People aren't joking. Like, people are actually dying. You need to wear your mask. It really does help prevent the spread. I don't care if people think otherwise. It's a proven fact that it prevents the spread of COVID. If you care about your family members and friends, you don't want them to get COVID, and you don't want anyone to die from this. So please take it seriously. It's really not a joke. I've almost had COVID 3 times now, which is sad that people aren't taking it seriously, but that's the reality. It happens. People aren't always going to listen to what's reality, and you guys just have to be really smart. I love each and every one of you, and I'm so thankful, and I'm hoping that everyone is staying safe and being smart, because this is serious. It's not going to go away. The only way that it's going to get better is if we all do our part and we all do what we're supposed to do. And if you want to see your families for Christmas, I highly recommend getting tested, because you could be asymptomatic and still spread it to your family. So I just want to say that, and I hope you guys enjoyed my COVID story time. I might do some more different kind of story times in the future, because I think this was really fun just sitting down and talking to you guys. I hope you enjoyed my video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys, I love you so much.